Hello my dear students, our topic is circles. You must have gone through circles plenty of time in the last classes also, especially in 9th class. You must have read about center of the circle, circumference of the circle, area of the circle in previous classes. So we'll discuss that part little bit, and then we'll go for the main part that we have to cover in our grade 10. Okay. So we have this circle, as you can see. Okay. And if you go, it is made up of infinite number of points, isn't it? Okay. And this is the center, which is at the equal distance from the circumference. And let's say we are denoting center as O. And O, that is point O, if it is the center of the circle, it means it is always at the equal distance from the circumference of the circle. Okay. If we have this distance, if we take this distance, this is, if we are denoting this by R, and this is also R. So they are same, isn't it? And this R denotes radius of the circle. So we have read out about center of the circle. We have read about radius. We have read about diameter. So what is diameter? Radius is the distance from the center of the circle to the circumference. That is the boundary or the point by which circle is made. So from center to the point at the circumference of the circle is the radius. And if we double the radius, it means if we are joining any 2 points on the circumference of the circle and which is passing through the center is known as the diameter. For example, if I want to take a line segment, let's say something like this, and line segment, let's say it is AB. Okay, so in this case, this is the diameter. And if I say OC, so OC is the radius. So center is O, OC is radius, or you can say OD is also radius, and diameter is AB. It is joining 2 points on the circumference of the circle, that is the boundary of the circle, and which is also passing to the center of the circle is the diameter. And you must have read sector, segment. Okay. So if we talk about segment, okay, so how to denote a segment? So first of all, let me make one more triangle, and before segment, you must have read about chord. So what is chord? Any line segment which is joining the boundary of the circle, any line segment which is joining the boundary of the circle is known as the chord. For example, if we have this line segment and if it is joining 2 points on the boundary of the circle, let's say this one, let's say this is PQ. So PQ is the chord. Now we are coming, before going to the segment, circumference. Circumference, this is the new name for the parameter of the circle. Parameter means sum of all the sides. In this case, we say this as circumference. And the formula for the circumference, can you please tell me, my dear students? Yes, that is 2 pi r. Or you can say pi multiply with diameter, isn't it? So this is the boundary of the circle, that is circumference. And if we go for the area, I'm just going through this all the concepts quickly because you must have done plenty of the time in the previous classes. The formula of area is pi multiply with r square, where the approximate value of pi is 22/7. Why it is approximate value? I hope you know, because exact value of pi cannot be represented in the form of p by q. It is an exact value, is irrational number, but for calculation we are using 22/7. Therefore, I am telling it is approximate value of pi. Now coming back to the segment. So the area between the chord and the circumference of the circle, for example, this part. So this is segment. Okay, and the remaining part is also segment, which we can say this is the major segment, this one is minor segment. If we go for the sector, so let me draw one more circle so that it will not be complex figure. Okay, so sector, let's say we have a point that is O, that is center O, and sector means the area between two radius and the circumference of the circle, means this and this. Let's say this is A, this is B. So this area is the sector. Okay, for example, if you have a part of the cake like this, but it should join to the center, so this is sector. Now this and the remaining portion, as you can see, this remaining portion is also a sector, because this is also the area between two radius and the circumference. Okay, so this portion, the uppermost portion is major sector and lowermost part is minor sector. So I hope you understood what is center of the circle, radius of the circle, diameter, circumference, area, chord. And yes, while talking about chord, many of the students ask me, is diameter is also chord? Yes, diameter is also the chord which is passing through the center of the circle, and we can say diameter is the largest chord of the given circle. Okay, and we have done segment. Segment means area between chord and the circumference. Okay, sector, area between two radius and the circumference. Segment can be divided into minor segment and major segment, and sector also in the same way, sector can be divided into minor sector and major sector.